Okay, so today I'm going to show you how you can replace a plug or an outlet on an extension cord or appliance. First, you're going to go to the store. You're going to get something that looks like this for your extension cord. This is a standard made by Leviton. It's 125 volts, 15 amps. You'll want to make sure if it's a 3-wire cord, which is a ground wire, green, white wire, neutral, and a black wire, which is your hot, that you get a plug with 3 prongs on it, which is what we have for this 16 gauge extension cord. Most of the plugs are 15 amp, 125 volts. If it's a 20 amp plug, it'll have the hot prong going towards the side, indicating that's for 20 amp. Alright, so you got your plug here. This was picked up at the store. You're going to take your screwdriver. If I can find out where I placed my screwdriver. Okay. Here's my screwdriver. You take your screwdriver. Take that off, which will expose your screws, and you're going to loosen these screws on the back here. Now you're going to take your cord and you're going to strip back about 2 inches or so of the outer jacket, and then you're going to strip back each wire here. Some of the plugs will have a strip gauge on it. I don't know if this does. Anyway, you're going to strip back the copper just enough to get it under the screws on your plug. But first you're going to feed it through here. This is your clamp on the back of a plug. Alright, got that through. Now you're going to take your green, and this goes to the green screw. This green wire goes to this green screw, which is this prong. This is your grounding prong. Very important on 3-wire systems. If you don't want to connect any other wire, at least connect the ground. You're going to slide it right in. Slider right in there. You're going to tighten the screw down. Make sure it's pretty tight because you don't want the wires falling off inside or becoming loose. Alright, got a nice snug fit on there. And then coming off. Now you're going to take your black wire, you're going to bring it over to the gold screw, which your right prong is the hot. You're going to put it in there. You don't want to put any of the insulation under the screw. You want the insulation to just start covering where it does not go under the screw. Clamp that down. Alright, that's in. Now you're going to go over to the white screw, or the silver, and this is where your white wire will go. This is your neutral wire. Tighten that down. Again, no rubber or insulation underneath the screw. This will cause the screw to heat up and could ruin the plug, or worse, become a fire hazard. Okay? Now on this particular model, you're going to pull the wire back slightly as you line it up with the notch inside. Now this is just part of putting everything back together. Tighten that down. Tighten that down. Now you're going to start tightening the clamp down for the wire. You want it snug. You don't want it extremely tight because you don't want to really pinch the cord and ruin the wiring inside. But you don't want it so loose either that the wire moves around inside. This is to prevent it from loosening the connections as you're tugging on the cord and doing whatnot with it. Okay, so after you do that, now it's all tight in there. You finally successfully wired it. For testing, you may have one of those outlet testers where you plug it in. It tells you if your hot and neutral is reversed. I always use one of those when I'm finished. I test the cord before I plug anything else into it. Make sure it's correct. I even plug it into a ground fault circuit to make sure there's nothing loose or broken inside the cord. Especially if the cord's been through a lot. Like an example is here on a few of these cords. But they're heavy duty cords that I have. That's how you wire a new plug on.